to Teacher Talks for our third episode. For our guest this month, we have Madame Piersol. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
So just for like an ice-breaking kind of thing, would you mind telling us like the class you teach, how long you've been teaching, family, pets?
Sure. Okay, so I've been at Wilson for 30 years, and I teach French 2. This year I teach French 2, 3, Honors French 4, and Honors French 5. In the past, I've also taught Intro to French and French 1, and that's about it. And my family, right? You want information on my family. So I'm married. My husband's name is Michael. My daughter is Madeleine, and she's a senior at Berks Catholic. And we don't have any pets in our house, but we do have a horse who lives somewhere else.
Reggie?
Reggie is our horse, yes.
I assume, well, this kind of ties in with Reggie, but
yes.
Your interest outside of school?
My interest outside of school, well, I love to read. I really enjoy mystery novels, and I like to go for walks. I like to do yoga. I like to hang out with my family, and that's pretty much my day.
That's really nice. Have you ever traveled before?
I have. I have been able to, when I studied abroad, I was able to travel a lot in Europe. So I was able to go to England and Germany and Austria and Italy and Spain and, of course, France. And I also like to travel locally. You know, I travel in the States as well. So I've been around.
Where would you say is your favorite place you've been?
My favorite place that I've been, I actually have two of them. France is, of course, there. I really enjoy being in France. And my other favorite place is Edinburgh, Scotland. So that was one of my surprise favorite places to travel.
Really?
Yeah.
What about those places was?
Well, for me, for France, I love the food, I love the culture, I love being able to practice my French. And for Scotland, I really enjoyed the people. I thought they were very kind, they're very a happy people, and the places we visited were very interesting for me, so that's why I enjoyed that.
That's very nice. Whenever I travel, I really like landscapes and like seeing the sights, I guess.
Yeah, where do you like to go?
In the States, I usually go just to like New Jersey for like the summer vacation and whatnot. But my aunt and uncle, they have a cabin upstate in Tioga.
Oh, okay.
And that's really nice to go to.
Nice out in the country?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I've also been to Europe before, and I've been to Austria and Germany, and I really enjoyed Austria. We stayed
isn't that beautiful?
Yes, we were at like it was Tyrol. It was like there were huge hills, like mountains, and it was very beautiful.
Yeah,
and
it's
really enjoyed
the landscape over there is so different than here in the United States. It's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on to our next question. Do you have a bucket list?
I have a mini bucket list. I'm actually too busy to have a really full bucket list. So one thing I would like to do when I retire is rent a house in Europe, preferably France. I don't have a problem with Belgium or another country, but I would like to really live there and immerse myself in the culture without being a student per se, because I did that when I was in college, but that's a different experience than going as an adult. And I would also like to go, no offense to my students, but without students, so that I could just, I can pick and choose what I want to do. So that's one of the things that's on my bucket list. Other than that, that's all I have. It's a very short list.
Does your husband or daughter speak French?
Well, my husband, he tries to speak French, and my daughter does speak French. So she plans to come with me, I'm sure, and we'll improve our French skills together.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to that.
Would you say that's something in like the next 10 years that you would be looking forward to?
Yeah, because I'm edging towards retirement, so I think that will be something I'd like to do maybe in the next 5 years or so. So we'll see. You never know what the future brings.
I think that's a very good plan.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan too.
How about a more retrospective question, I guess?
Okay.
So if you could go back in time and change your profession,
Yeah.
would you change your profession?
I think, I really do enjoy teaching and being with students and the youth and the energy they bring. So I do appreciate that aspect. If I had any artistic talent, I would probably want to be an actress, but I don't see that happening. So that would be something I would enjoy doing. I was an actress in high school, so, it could be. It could happen.
It could have won.
I don't know. You never know.
Speaking of movies,
Yes.
do you have like a favorite movie?
Yes, but it's going to be a little disappointing to most people. My favorite movie is The Sound of Music.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie, and I can
movie.
quote most of it. So if anybody's watching, ask me for a Sound of Music quote. But
do you have a favorite Sound of Music quote?
I can't think of it. It's too much pressure right now.
Way too much
but I
pressure.
have been told that I do look like Julie Andrews.
You do kind of look like Julie
see?
Andrews.
Mary Poppins is in there as well.
Mary
But,
Poppins.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched Mary Poppins.
Oh, you
before.
should. It's not the best Julie Andrews movie, but it's okay. Yeah. How about you? Do you have a favorite movie?
I haven't watched a movie in a very, very long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can really name a favorite off
What
the
about
top
from
of my
your
head.
childhood?
From my childhood. I guess I liked the bland DreamWorks Shrek stuff
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
That was really good.
You watch mostly Netflix?
Not really. I don't really
No?
watch TV.
Oh, that's good. Good for
Yeah.
you.
I know, but it's not very
Waste
good.
your brain.
Yeah, it's not very good for conversations though. Do you have a favorite kind of music?
I don't have a specific favorite kind. When I'm in the car, I like to listen to top 40. Sometimes I will listen to classical music. I'm not a particular jazz fan. Some jazz is okay, but I don't like. I'm not really a rap fan. How about you?
Not really. I don't
Not
really
really.
listen to that much.
Who's your favorite musical group?
Oh my.
Come
Oh.
on. You can. I know you've sent me some weird things. So.
I have sent you some.
All
weird
right. All
things.
right. Anyway.
Well, that was an animation thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I do like stuff like alternative, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think of something that
Probably all the French music we listened to in class, right?
Oh, like
You're a big fan.
Naps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naps
See,
is really good.
I know. It's good stuff.
Could you name one fun fact about yourself?
One fun fact. I'm not very exciting. I'm a really good whistler,
Really?
but I'm not going to whistle for you right now. It's too much stress. So I'll do
That's
that for
very
you in class.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Reggie,
Yes.
how are who's the equestrian in the family?
Okay. Well, my daughter is the equestrian in our family. I am the tacker-upper helper, so I usually just run around doing things around him. But I do know how to tack up a horse, which is something I did not know before.
What does that mean?
So that means I know how to pick the hooves, put the saddle on, put the halter on, the bridle on, and put the girth on so that he's ready to ride. So I had to do that when she was too short to get the saddle on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do know how to do that, but she's the one who rides. And when she goes to college next year, I think I might take over the riding portion of that. So we'll see.
Have you ever, well, probably since you tech the horses,
Yeah.
is there a foundation around
For my family?
Yeah.
No, actually, nobody in my family rides horses or in my husband's family. We just wanted to give her something to do and see if she liked it. So we went to a barn one day and she had a lesson, and she was 4 when we did that. So she's been riding she's 18 now, so she's been riding quite a long time. And yeah, so we go to shows. Well, we used to go to shows since she's going to school, but yeah, it was just kind of out of the blue, and she really, really liked it. And it's like it's very peaceful, and you know, horses are really nice animals for the most part, so it's kind of nice. And we just didn't want to have a dog or a cat at home, so you know, the horse takes that place.
A horse.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Dog, cat, horse, why not?
Does it have like a competitive aspect to it?
Well, if you go to shows, you can do a couple different things. You can do the events where you jump over fences, which is what my daughter did. You can do the shows where you just kind of move the horse a certain way by your feet and arms and your body. And so there are those aspects, but I don't do any of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just watch.
That sounds like that's a really unique
It is
activity.
unique, yeah. And you really have to be a really very smart person to remember where you're going in the course and how you have to move the horse a certain way. So it's not just the horse doing it.
Mm-hmm. Do you keep up with sports? And if you do you have like a favorite team?
I don't keep up with sports. I do enjoy watching French rugby and French soccer, but that's about it. I'm sorry, I'm not a sports girl. Rugby, yeah. My husband really likes rugby, and so we watch some rugby occasionally. So that's about it.
Yeah. It's not very common here.
No, it's growing though.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it's pretty popular in like colleges and like
yeah, not in high school so much, but more up in the secondary level.
How about TV? Do you have like a favorite TV show?
Right now, we currently are watching Criminal Minds. So I know that's been off TV for quite a while, but we are just getting into it. I think we're watching season 2. We also like to watch Law and Order SVU. So we're very much into, and I am too. I'm into like the crime dramas, but yeah. So that's basically what we've been watching. Mm-hmm. We watch more Netflix, I think, than anything else. So some of the shows that are on there.
I feel like the last like TV series that I watched, practically from start to finish, was probably either Breaking Bad. You know how Danny loves that show.
Yes, I do. I haven't watched it though. I really have to start watching it, don't I?
You should.
So I can get a grasp of what that's all about.
And the references. And
yeah.
I'm glad that kind of died down.
Yeah, it's a little calmer.
Yeah. Either that or Parks and Recreation.
Okay, I haven't watched that yet.
That show's good.
That's funny.
I think it's better than The Office.
Okay. Well, I've watched The Office too, so I can appreciate that.
What was your first job?
I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. When I was 15, I used to work at an Orange Julius. Do you even know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
You do? How do you know what that is?
That doesn't sound embarrassing.
Yeah, well, I don't even think it exists anymore. So
I think it like merged with Dairy Queen or something.
Okay, so I used to work behind the counter at an Orange Julius. So that was my first job. It was pretty exciting, let me tell you. Mm-hmm. But my parents had to drop me off for work and pick me up, so that was not a big fun thing for them.
Was it like a store? Or was it like one of the stalls?
It was in the mall, like a little store, and I'd make the shakes and the hot dogs and stuff like that. So, man.
So you got to work in the food.
I did, and then I was a waitress for a while. I was a waitress, and I was also a lifeguard at a pool near where I lived, and then I worked at another store in the mall, and then I got my teaching job, thankfully. So I was very happy to.
How was it like dealing with like people?
You know what? It made me appreciate, when I was a waitress, for example, it made me appreciate how hard they work. And, the people in the service industry really do provide a great service, and it really taught me to be patient and be kind to the people who are helping me. So it was a good learning experience. because not everybody is very kind these days, and you have to remember.
Yeah.
So
That is true. Let's move on to a sillier question.
okay,
If you could shop for free at one store,
I
what
think
would it
you
be?
know the answer to this. Where do I go every weekend? Come on.
I don't
All
know.
right, so I go to Target almost every Saturday to do the house shopping, and that's what je suis allée à Target.
Mhm.
So I'd probably say Target because I could get almost anything I needed in Target.
I think that is a really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good choice because they do have
Thank you.
pretty
See,
much everything.
I do. It's food, clothes, all sorts of stuff. Where
Yeah.
would you go?
I think my mom definitely would because honestly, I think the clothes at Target, they're very
Very
nice.
chic.
Yeah, very chic. Yeah. Have you ever attended any live music stuff?
When I was younger, I think I probably did. I don't recall. I'm not a big concert goer because I always feel like if I go to the concert, I only get to listen to it once. But if I would download the music or in my day, buy a DVD or a CD or whatever, I could play it over and over again. So I'd rather spend my money on that. So I'm not a big concert goer, and I also don't like to be around that many people. And
I think
so,
that's definitely reasonable.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. I feel like the concert going experience is very unique.
Yeah.
I've never done it before, but if I had the opportunity to, I definitely would.
Yeah. Is there anybody you'd go see?
I don't know anyone who would really go on tour that much.
I would go see Pink.
Pink?
Mm-hmm.
Does she still make music?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. Or maybe
Her
Maroon
career has
5.
been pretty long then,
Yes,
right?
it has been very long. She
Wow.
puts on a good concert. So I hear.
Are her shows flashy or
Yeah, they're like stage productions because that's what you can do this weekend. You can watch one of her shows on Netflix because they do a documentary on her stage shows, so you can check that out. She flies all across the sky in these she does acrobatics and stuff like that. So
That actually just reminded me about Netflix. There was this one documentary series that I liked to watch. It was called Chef's Table.
Oh yeah.
Where they would go around the world and interview different chefs.
Yeah,
and
that's interesting.
I really like getting the inside look into the other people's cultures.
Right. I don't know that I eat all that food that they prepare.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
it's a little weird,
Yeah,
but maybe you're braver than I am.
I don't know. Maybe. Sorry, that was just a callback to that. How do you stay productive during the day? Because, yeah,
Yeah,
Classes.
during the day at school or at night?
at school.
At school.
definitely.
How do I stay productive? Well, so my normal schedule is I teach first, second, and third. And then fourth period, what I usually do is try to get my act together for the next part of the day. So I try to organize all my information or papers or my documents online. And then I try to, see if there's anything I need to do from the previous classes. Then I teach 2 more, and then I have lunch, so I get a little bit of energy from that. And then I teach my last period. And usually what keeps me going is my students who have a lot more energy than I do. So I kind of, I can feed off of their energy, and that keeps me going through most of the day, as you know from our class.
Yeah,
Although sometimes,
especially the freshmen.
oh my goodness.
Okay, so as a last question,
Yes.
do you have any advice for students about life, anything?
That's a loaded question.
It is a very loaded question.
Well, let's see. Some advice that I would offer to my students is probably just be true to yourself. Don't try to fit yourself into something you think other people want you to be. Because I have to tell you, I used to want to be an orthodontist because I come from a family of dentists and dental people, and so I went to school to be an orthodontist, and obviously I did not become an orthodontist. So,
Really?
yeah, and
I never knew that. I
really.
never knew that.
Yeah. So I didn't have that skill set, and I was trying to fit myself into somebody else's mold. And that's when I decided to really dive into French. And so I think that would be a really important lesson for a lot of kids to think about, you know, is this really something I want to do or something my parents think I should do? And because I wouldn't have been happy doing anything but this. So that's my advice.
Okay. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Thank you. That's all for Teacher Talks. We will see you next month.